A few months ago, I made a video about a collision that happened on one of Big Jobber's videos as the cam driver was attempting to join a motorway, and it was a slip road that became lane 1. So you would have had this sort of sign as you approached. My point that I made was incredibly simple. I couldn't see anywhere in the highway code, official guide to driving, or TSR GD that expressly allows you to pass people on the left on these types of roads. Would I have done what the cam driver did? Absolutely not. Now, before anyone does start typing that the lorry driver caused the collision, yes, they did, and I'm not blaming the cam driver for being hit. But if that is the only thing that you see and that the cam driver could not have easily prevented this collision and actually should have, then maybe we're missing the point. I guarantee the lorry driver never expected to have someone passing them on the left at that point. Don't mistake that for me excusing a poor lane change. And at the end of this video, I will show you just how unbelievably painfully easy it would have been to avoid even a near collision. When I watch Big Jobber's clip and on his overtaking on the left videos, he does explain that there are 3 occasions when you can overtake on the left. Firstly, the vehicle ahead is signaling to turn right and there's room to pass. Absolutely. Secondly, in congestion, when your lane is moving faster than the lane on your right. Again, yes. Although on motorways, people often do choose to leave out the important word there, which is congestion. So that is, you do need to be moving in queues, not just moving faster in lane 1 than someone in lane 2. Now, the third point is where I disagree. He says when you're approaching an exit or entry slip and the markings change to short and frequent and the studs go green, you're effectively on a separate road, so passing on the left is fine. So I wanted to do some digging, because the third point that you're actually allowed to overtake on the left is one-way streets, and that's bucked up in Rule 143 and in the DVSA Official Guide to Driving. There's nothing in either about slip roads. I started looking through TSR GD, and one thing it certainly does do is distinguish between the main carriageway and a slip road. The signs here talk about additional traffic joining, and the markings describe a division between the main carriageway and the slip road. So yes, the legislation clearly does recognise that they are separate parts of the highway. I can't find anything that actually says, because you're on a slip road, you may now pass on the left. Likewise, Rule 259 very simply tells us that the purpose of a slip road to match your speed to fit safely into traffic. Nothing there encourages you to step on the gas and get ahead of traffic that's already on the carriageway. Now, are there situations where passing on the left will naturally happen, or it might be the best choice? Absolutely. Take this Jaguar. The van, for me, unnecessarily moves back into lane 1. And at that point, the safest thing is just to continue, get ahead, and then merge. No issue. Roads aren't black and white. But let's go back to the original collision. Forget legality for a second. Ask yourself one question. What is the slip road for? And Rule 259 answers it. To match your speed to fit into traffic. Not beat it, not race it, match it. The Official Guide to Driving says exactly the same thing. And this is the 3 words I would suggest bad personality drivers won't like to hear. Adjust your speed to match the speed of the traffic already on the carriageway. And that is what I teach learners every single day. So here is me driving the exact type of road layout. I'm joining a dual carriageway in this case. It's got this sign, which means that my lane is going to become lane 1 of the dual carriageway. Watch what happens. Do I think, well, I could just squeeze ahead and get ahead of that lorry? I'm technically on a different carriageway, so I'll just whiz past. No, I simply adjust my speed, match the traffic, and keep it safe. The whole maneuver becomes a completely uneventful occasion that I actually almost fall asleep watching because of how boring it is. Compare that to the one on Big Jobber's. Now on Big Jobber's Facebook, I just put a comment saying I would not have passed on the left in these circumstances. And these were some of the responses. You must have mid the day brain cells were distributed. Brilliant. Slip roads equal separate roads. Watch the vid before commenting. Thanks, Cheryl. Hand your license back. I probably won't. One driver ends up in a horrific collision. The other has a completely uneventful join. Yet according to Facebook, I'm the idiot. Really tells you everything you need to know about social media. I even messaged Big Jobber and asked where this advice comes from. Maybe there's guidance I've missed, because I certainly can't find anything that suggests that we should be trying to pass traffic on our right whilst we're joining, or indeed exiting. Big Jobber says it's nothing official, it's what he's heard from talking to a few people such as ex-driving examiners, so I'll leave it to you to decide. Ultimately, for me, this isn't really even about who's technically right. It's about attitude. And one attitude says, I can get ahead. The other says, I'll adjust my speed and merge. One creates unnecessary risk, the other doesn't. I just think simply that is what defensive driving is all about. You drive in a way that leaves you with options, because you never know what the driver next to you is thinking. Could be Stephen. Ultimately, in my clip, I have no idea whether the lorry even saw me. But because I didn't put myself in a position to end up in a collision, it looks as uneventful as it is. Stay safe out there, drive defensively, use your brain, and think for yourselves. Don't let other people's opinions influence the way you drive.